welcome to Saves First Death. We are a TTRPG actual play stream and channel, and tonight we normally bring you Indie Bandits, a Cyberpunk Red campaign. However, tonight we're going to be playing Fabula Ultima, or we're going to try. We are going to try to play Fabula Ultima, which is a TTJRPG. Specifically, we're going to play through their introductory adventure kit thing called Press Start. You can pick out your own copy at DriveThruRPG for free, I believe. Last I checked, it was free. If you'd like to try it out, Game's going to post that in the chat for you, so you can grab the link. And then, before we get into the game and introductions, I have a few quick announcements.
I misspelled it.
The past few weeks, we have been raising funds for Extra Life, a fundraising program of Children's Miracle Network hospitals. They raise funds and awareness for 170 member hospitals that provide 32 million treatments each year to kids across the US and Canada. We had an initial goal of $500, and thanks to generous donations from various communities, we raised over 1,000. Doubling our initial goal, and we are just so grateful and thankful to each and every one of you who donated, who showed up to the stream, who helped spread the word. So from the bottom of our hearts, thank you very much. As promised, Frodo Baggy Pants shaved his head and beard since we reached our stretch goal of 750. You can see pictures on our Discord, and those will be on our social media very soon.
He looks so different.
He looks so different. With that, I am Jesper or Jess, and I have the privilege of being the game master for this little one shot. You can find me on Blue Sky and Instagram at Jesper, or on YouTube. I think Patreon's also at Jesper, or on YouTube at Jesper's Tales, Tales. If you want more of me, that's where I am. And with me is my wonderful cast, who've decided it's always this way, and I always use my right hand, and you guys are never that direction. Ever.
Nope.
Next time I build a layout, I'm going to put everybody on the opposite side of you.
Thank you. I would appreciate that.
Hi, I'm Wonderful Cast. You can find me on the internet. No, I'm Games End. I do a lot of stuff here with saves. I've got some other YouTube channels that I'm not going to plug right now, and I just got invited to another podcast that I don't think will ever happen, so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I am excited to play. My character's name is Gustav.
Hi, I'm Zelbin. You might also recognize me from some of Saves vs. Death's things, such as Indie Bandits. That's really about all you can find me on. So I hope you enjoy me on, that. Tonight I'm playing Than, or Jonathan, who is a great character, and I'm hoping you're going to love him.
Hi, I'm Arendiel, also known as Erin, and tonight I am playing Mayral, or Maymay for short. You can usually find me here, hanging out with these guys whom I love. And yeah.
Okay. And with that, quickly before we get into it, Fabula Ultima is a TTJRPG created to capture the feel of JRPG video games. It was inspired by titles not limited to, but including Final Fantasy, Kingdom Hearts, Fire Emblem, Atelier. I think that's how you pronounce that. I probably did not pronounce that right. And many, many more. None of us have actually played Fabula Ultima before. I was run through this adventure by a lovely community member, so I should hopefully stumble a little less than I would just going off the hop, but don't expect that. So be prepared for us to look up rules, answers, asking a lot of questions. It's new for all of us here. And if you guys have questions in the chat, ask. We'll do our best to answer. We probably don't know, but we'll do our best to answer anyway.
I for sure don't know.
I will make something up.
I just panicked because I'm like, oh my god, what's this character's accent? And then realized I have never played them, so.
You need a nap.
Yeah.
All right. So, Starting off, we're gonna start through this. I should note too, Fabula Ultima is a game where you build the world with your players. So they'll be answering a lot of questions and making up a lot of answers on the spot for me, which is so great. So, our story begins on a small airship sailing above the forest surrounding the city of Denova. Piloting the airship is an old man named Leon, who begrudgingly accepted to transport this party near the ancient ruins known as the Crater of Megiddo, a once great city of magic that was devastated by a magical cataclysm in the past. The crater still hides many powerful and terrifying secrets, and troops from the neighboring empire of Alonia have been spotted in the area. King Roland of Denovia decided not to take action against Alonia, but the heir to the throne, Blair, has decided to disobey some orders and has sent this party to the crater to find out what's going on. So, from there, my wonderful players, let's start by building the airship. What does this airship look like? This small airship that you are riding on. Does it have sails? Is it powered by Magitech? Is it like a tiny cargo ship with propellers? Or like a dirigible? What's the...
I'm
what's the
imagining
ship
like
look
a Hindenburg, like the blimps.
Okay.
I'm with it. Steampunky vibe. Dirigible.
Anything I add is not going to be helpful, so we'll go with that.
It's not
It
true.
has like
I was
four
like,
little side propellers for like stability, and a couple back ones just to keep speed.
to push. Nice.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, it is that. It is the dirigible. But what if instead of being filled with helium or hydrogen, instead it's just filled with regular air, but it has a disbelief engine that keeps it in the air because it believes it won't fall. It doesn't. I'm not helpful.
That is helpful.
Okay, so we have a dirigible with 4 side propellers, 2 on either side, and then 2 in the back to help it move forward, correct?
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, where is the, nope, I got this. So it's all kind of like, actually, is it an open deck or is it all enclosed?
Open deck.
And is the...
It definitely has like a below deck, but
Okay.
yeah, the deck's open on top.
Okay, and what's below deck?
Just like storage for provisions, a couple cabins for sleeping.
And the kitchen.
Little kitchen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tim Curry's down there with a peg leg. I'm
And
gonna get
where
muffins here if it's not
does
like I do.
where does Leon steer the ship?
From the front of the deck, up top. And because he's a classy guy, he's got the old school looking ship wheel,
Hells yeah.
but it's made out of pipes and, avant-garde steel stuff.
And it's not necessary. Other dirigibles have different, like, less complicated steering yokes. But he intentionally went with the pirate steampunk version.
As a matter of fact, when you look around at most of the ship, it looks like it's almost been cobbled together by other ships.
It's a zombie, like a... I was gonna say a zombie ship. Alright.
It's a Frankenship.
A Frankenship.
It's
A-
either
a
been
Franken
in
steampunk
service
ship?
for far too long, or someone built this from every other ship that he found.
I love it. Alright. Frankenblomp. That's much better. Blimp. I don't know. Blimp, Blomp. I'm good with Blomp.
I don't know. I kind of like Franken Blomp.
Same. It gives it a very specific vibe. Blimp seems fancy and put together. Blomp seems more patchwork.
The balloon itself has like patches. Somebody yarn bombed half of it. It's a whole thing.
Okay. And let's see. I'm gonna roll. You know what? I did not. Of all the dice I pulled out for this game, a D4 was not one of them, and I knew I would need one. All right. Let's start with Than. Than, describe your character. What does Than look like?
He wears jet black plate mail, which occasionally he'll lift his visor, and he has like long blonde hair that kind of goes over his eyes, and he always has to like keep brushing it over to the side and like pull back down his visor. He has like green eyes. Really like not a really buff guy, more thin than anything, but the plate armor makes him seem a lot bigger than he is.
And what is Than doing on the on the ship right now? I will say it's clear, it's sunny, there's a nice breeze. It's quite a pleasant day today as you're traveling.
Kind of off to the front and to the side, not like in front of the captain, you know. I'm gonna be sitting there, but definitely in the captain's pose with like one foot up on like the railing, like staring off, you know, like I'm scouting the area.
All I can think
Like
of is
Captain
Captain
Morgan.
Morgan.
Yeah.
But really, I kind of have like my eyes closed and I'm just enjoying the sunlight and the breeze. But I'm looking vigilant.
Perfect. Love it.
It's very convincing.
Okay. Man, if someone could remember, like, I need to use my orange dice for when I'm ever rolling a d4, that would be great. May. What does May
Hi.
look like? Hi. Please describe your character.
Sorry, I just wrote what you were writing instead of what I was. I wrote what you were saying.
I know.
instead
I
of what I was writing.
totally got all of that. I was like, that is such a
Good.
mood. That is such a mood.
Okay, so May is fairly tall. She's like 5'11", thin but muscled. She has long blue hair that is tied in a braid on the back of her neck. She's wearing leathers, kind of. She's got a soft silk shirt on, and then she's got kind of a vesty corset type thing going on, knee-high boots, and strapped to her back is a short bow and a quiver of arrows, and she has round glasses that are slightly too big, and she frequently has to push them up her nose.
Lovely. And what is May currently doing on the show? Where is she?
She is seated towards the back of the blimp, on the upper level, and she has a small notebook out in her lap, and she is drawing kind of a map of what is below them and making small notations on details that she notices.
Okay. And Gustav. What does Gustav look like?
Gustav is a gentleman that when he was younger was definitely a handsome gentleman, but he is now older, 50s-ish, and he is, I wouldn't say rotund, but he's a bigger gentleman, like 5'11", and just kind of portly, and usually very gregarious and loud when he speaks. He's got just past shoulder length brown hair that is pulled back into a ponytail. He is wearing a red tunic, and under it you can see that his chest has been wrapped to assist, like you have a broken rib or something like that, because recently he has fallen and hurt himself, but not in such a way that I would take HP loss. He's wearing gray harem-style pants that are very like baggy, and he has one sandal on and one sandal off, and is hanging his legs between the railing off of the ship.
Has he lost a sandal? Is that what is implied?
No, the other one he's put up on the deck so it wouldn't get lost.
Okay.
He figured his odds were better if he didn't put both over the edge.
And where roughly front, middle, back are you?
He's sitting right under Than, who's Captain Morganing.
Okay.
He's right there.
Beautiful.
Like,
Love it.
crotch level, or...
Pretty much. Yeah.
Okay. I just needed to complete the picture.
Perfect. So as you're traversing over the forests, two of you just enjoying the calm, gentle ride while Mei, you add to your notes on what everything looks like and completing more of your studies. The tops of the trees part abruptly, and you can see the crater below. An oddly circular pit descending down into the ground, and is filled with the remains of ancient stone buildings and once glorious waterways that have crumbled towards its depths. Just as Leon prepares to descend, you hear a rumbling noise from the depths of the crater. And suddenly, a great beam of purplish energy shoots from below, hitting the left side of the airship. Thankfully, not the side you guys are on. In a moment, the magical energy fades, but the vessel is damaged, and you can tell that a crash landing is impending. Leon, for those of you close enough, you can hear Leon snap. Son of a cactroll. I swear, this is the last time I drive a bunch of adventurers around. We'll be lucky to get down there in one piece. So as he's attempting to land this beautiful dirigible, which now has like a chunk of its enclosure completely gone and it is moving down, what we're gonna do, we're gonna learn a mechanic, guys. We're gonna learn how to make a check. So what are you guys going to do to try to make this crash less disastrous?
That's a great question. I am going to move to the back of the dirigible instead of the front.
Okay.
And try to pull on the way lines so that we're coming down like this instead of like this.
Okay. I love it. That is great. So you're going to give me a... Let's see. It's going to be a difficult level of 10. But you're going to give me a might roll. And I'm going to say might and dexterity. Because might is your strength and your toughness to pull on these ropes, and then you're going to try to get there quickly, and the coordination of, you know, as Leon's steering, how to best help him. So I need you to roll the dice attributed to might and dex, total them up, and let me know your total. Also, if you get any doubles, let me know.
I got a 1 and a 10, so 11.
Okay. So you beat the difficulty of 10, which is great. You did not fumble because you only got 1-1, so that's solid. So Gustav is at the back, holding these ropes and trying to make sure that you guys are more level as opposed to nosediving into the ground. Mei or Than?
Than's gonna actually run to the front of the ship and get his soaring strike ready in case there's anything that's coming up to the bottom that looks like it's gonna break the ship apart, and hopes to not maybe breaking it, but at least weaken it enough so that way it doesn't do quite as much damage to the ship. So if there's like any trees or any rocks that are coming up
There's
on the ship
definitely
before
no
it lands.
trees, because the trees have been, like, they are on the
Parted?
outside of this crater. Like, it's gone. Okay, but as you're kind of waiting for that last moment to try to clear anything that's in the way.
If anything, or if it doesn't look like anything's in the way, then I'm gonna turn around and do one of my soaring strikes up into the sail to try to like add a wind force into it to kind of push
Okay.
back.
I like that. So, whatever your roll is for soaring strike, and I believe that does take some mind points to use.
Yes.
It is a spell, so make sure you deduct the appropriate mind points, and then roll your soaring strike attack.
All right.
And you're still gonna try to hit above, like a 10 or above.
All right. Sounds good. So soaring strike. Sorry, I need to read my new skill to figure out
Yeah.
exactly what I roll.
Absolutely. It might just be your. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna let you
Oh,
read
yeah.
that. You know what? Well, you read that, May.
When the crash initially happens, Mei is going to quickly draw just the sloppiest, most haphazard version of this purple thing that she can. And then with a sigh, she's going to stand up, tuck her notebook into her pouch, and head over to help Gustav.
Okay. Interesting. So helping would have given him a +1 to his action. I'm gonna say because he's got that. Is there anything else you would like? May would like to do? Like, are you gonna try to take different ropes?
Yeah,
Okay.
I would copy what he's doing.
Okay. So I'm gonna make it the same roll. I'm gonna make it a might and dex roll.
Understood. Sorry,
No, you're good.
I thought I was in the right spot.
It's on the stats tab.
Yeah, oh, okay. Found it. So it's a D6 and a D10. I got a 10 and a 4.
Okay, 14. 14 beats the 10, so you're good. You're assisting keeping the ship as level as possible. Than, did you...
I believe it's my might and my dex. It just turns my attack into a ranged attack.
With wind. Cool. That's what we'll do then.
Alright. Ooh, a 2 and a 10. So
Oh.
12.
All right, amazing. So as the ship is dropping really fast, Gustav and May, you're able to pull the ropes and help peter out this dirigible ship so that you're no longer nosediving, but you're landing more flat. And then, as you're on the deck, you're constantly throwing wind up into what remains of the sail to try to get some air there to try to like lower, I suppose it would be decrease
Slow
the speed.
descent.
Yes, the descent. And working together, the ship The ship still crashes. That was unavoidable. That was nothing you could do could help that. However, because you were able to succeed, it's not as rough of a landing as it could have been.
Not my worst fall.
Oh, I could have done with that excitement.
I'm gonna go try to find my shoe.
Okay. So with the airship, it's now on the ground. It's kind of wedged a little bit between dirt and muck, but not so bad. Most of the damage is from what it took from the beam. And I will say, as you're kind of gathering your wits and looking about, and when you eventually find your sandal, it's Fabula Ultima. You are heroes. You're awesome. You're super overpowered. You can find it if you would like to. It's just a thing. Awesome. As you look around, you can see, like, it's far away, so you can't see exactly, but definitely at the center of the pit, you see irregular pulses of glowing energy. So whatever source that beam came from, it's still active.
Thank you for the ride. I think we'll take it from here.
Yeah, real sorry about your ship.
It'll take a bit, maybe 3 days to. That's so not the accent I had. Why am I failing at them? I was doing so good this afternoon. It'll take 3 days to, probably a few days to get it back up and running, but I appreciate the help. That could have been a lot worse.
I'm sure.
I'll stay here and repair things, and hopefully by the time you're done investigating, we'll be ready to go.
We'll take care of these things quickly and come back to help you.
Yeah, good luck there, old man.
Please do let us know if there's anything we can pick up for you or search for.
Any material to fix the sail or the balloon? What is that called?
Blimp?
Blimp?
Blomp?
Ladder?
Anything to fix the blomp would be great.
Okay.
If I see blomp materials, I'll bring them back.
Wonderful.
We'll keep an eye out.
I don't want to discourage him, but I don't think it's very likely we'll find any blomp materials.
Oh, he's doomed. I mean, chances of the wildlife not eating him in those days? Slim to none.
Leon is very capable. He will be fine. And we'll
I
make
shrug.
do.
Let us be off then. Perhaps we should find out what shot a giant beam at us.
Are you not leaving? Like, had you not left?
We're just leaving.
we're walking away as we're saying
I
this.
was gonna say, or are you still standing next to Leon as you're saying
No,
that?
No,
Leon, earmuffs.
We're
This is an
talking in
adult conversation,
confidence.
Leon.
As you head down the path head towards the center of the crater, I shouldn't say path, there is no path. Before we get too far into your travels and some roleplay, I want to ask some questions about your characters, guys. I want to get to know them a little bit better. So, we're going to start with Gustav this time. Gustav, you've had a fall in positioning recently. Well, actually, how recent has it been?
I would say a year or two at most.
Okay. Has your fall been a burden to you, or has it been liberating?
I would say it's been a burden to him. He was a chief royal guard, and so his job was kind of scheduling for the guards. And through a series of unfortunate events, he screwed up. And since then, he's kind of become drunken and disorderly in general, and wandering about trying to think of ways to redeem his name, and in the process probably doing more damage to his name. So I still haven't hit bottom.
There's room to fall. So to kind of follow up on that, Blair hired you, and Blair, as the heir, you worked quite closely with them. Do you feel that Blair sent you on this mission in hopes that you'd find your redemption?
I would like to believe there's two sides of me on it, because there's a very evil bad brain in my head also. The happy jovialer version of me believes that he sent me, this is my shot to get back to the big time, and he's giving me that opportunity. The other version of me kind of thinks he sent me on this to get me out of the way, knowing that I would fail. So
I think in more JRPG fashion, it's the former. I think they were hopeful that this is...
Till you get to the second disc, then you find out.
Well, as the player and as the backstory, what would you like it to be? This is your world, your creation. Has Blair done this underhandedly, or is this something positive?
I think it's positive.
Suck it, disc 2.
For now.
What was Gustav's relationship with Blair? What was the relationship like? Was it just formal?
He was very close with everyone, with the entire family, and most of the staff, the higher staff. He was kind of that uncle that never goes home to everyone, and so that's why it was such a big betrayal when he failed them. So
I love it. I mean, that's heartbreaking, but I love it. Than.
Yeah.
You're from Armorica, which was taken over by the Empire of Alonia. When they took over the kingdom, what powerful weapon or magical artifact did they take from your kingdom?
It was a sword that the king held. It was supposed to be, the sword that would show itself to, those who are worthy, the one who's fit to be on the throne. It never really reacted to the king, but it's always been there in wait until they took it. And now who knows what the future will be.
Do you know if any Alonian that the sword has found any Alonian worthy?
No, I don't know if it has found any Alonian. For all I know, it actually could be someone of the Empire that if the sword finds worthy.
And you're a part of the Darkness Flame. And your mentor, Desdemona, is the one who trained you. And she left the Darkness Flame after a very violent death of her brother Tristan. How did Tristan die? I shouldn't say very violent. After a violent death.
Ultra violent.
I was like, ooh, there's levels if I say very. Not Dark Future. JRPG. But
He's bloated.
It was actually on a mission that my character was on as well. It was one of my first starting missions. A house was collapsing and he used his spear to prop up the house and was holding it in place for a couple people to leave before it collapsed and crushed them.
Okay. And how was your relationship with Desdemona and Tristan?
I would say it was very positive. Like, my character really looked up to him, but when she left the order, like, a little piece of him left with her.
Okay. Beautiful. And Mei Mei. Your turn. Why are you currently wandering the world? What are you searching for?
Ultimately, although it probably sounds trite, she is in search of knowledge.
What kind? About what?
The
About
workings, just the workings of the world in general, and building on the history and finding out why things are the way that they are, if anything can be prevented or fixed or made better.
And tell me, as someone who's been researching the world, how did this crater come to be? What disaster turned a prosperous city like Megiddo, home to the greatest magic in the world, into a sunken mass of ruined buildings?
There are theories that they range from conspiratory to scientific. Some people believe that various gods were angered by the magical prowess of this town, and they struck it down and said no more of that. And there's a lot of superstition involved. Some people believe that it was a ploy by warring factions or other nations looking to expand their magical reach within the world. And some people who believe that it was the magic itself that destroyed it. So she's there to find out exactly what happened.
Okay. In the vein of you guys get to build this world and story, you tell me what actually happened so that I as GM know.
I believe that it was magical in nature.
Mm-hmm.
A spell or a ritual that got too big for what it was supposed to be. Perhaps they got greedy, or they got in over their heads in trying to make a show of how much power they had or how much knowledge they had, and it backfired.
Like, they were trying to, because, mana's supposed to be a free-flowing thing. They were trying to contain a great amount of it to limit the rest of the world, but the container couldn't hold it all and erupted, creating the crater.
Okay. And actually, going back a little bit, because you guys are building the world. So, Zelbin, you tell me, has the Sword of the King found a worthy person in Alonia?
Not yet.
Finally, May. What are you
Yes.
hoping to find specifically here in the crater? Like the truth of what caused it? Are you looking for a specific magic artifact? What is May looking for on this adventure?
I think May is looking for the overall answer of what happened, but also maybe some remnants of what happened to lead up to it, so that maybe it can be replicated and fixed or so that they can disseminate the information and be like, don't try this because it makes things explode. But she won't know until she finds it.
Okay, very cool. Right. So, with that, now that we've gotten to know our characters a little bit better, we get to learn about bonds, guys.
Yay!
So, character traits, I'm going to just read this. Character traits define who they are, but to grow stronger, heroes need connections. They need to feel emotions towards others. And in this game, it's represented by bonds. So now that you guys have had a chance to see each other in action and have answered questions about who you are, why you're here, I want you guys to create a bond with one of the other characters that left an impression on you during the scene or during the journey. If you want to flashback and create an interaction that you guys had before this, that's totally fine. So each bond with a person can have up to 3 emotions. You'll see them denoted like in their own little category. So it's admiration or inferiority, which just means that you feel inferior to the other person. Less admiration of like, oh, I want to be that's like, I'm not good enough. Loyalty or mistrust, affection or hatred.
It's very black and white.
Right?
Yeah. Anyone?
Sorry.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I'm kind of thinking I would have maybe a bond with May.
Okay. What kind
I
of bond?
feel like we had talked a little before the airship crashed, since it would have been a longer journey.
Can we
And,
see that scene?
Yeah.
I should say, what bond are you like striving towards? So Aaron knows.
Okay. My character kind of looks up to her because she's really invested on figuring out like what's happened to this world. And as someone who's been, more focused on the here and now and fighting whoever he was told to, seeing a free thinker, try to really discover the world, he has an admiration and almost like an envy for that.
Okay. So yeah, let's have that scene, guys.
All right. So I'd probably be in like one of the below deck cabins.
Mamie is
approach.
going through her notes.
I'll approach man, kind of eye her up and down him. You don't really seem like the up close and fighter type. What'd they send you out here for?
What do you expect the up-close fighter type to look like?
More scars? Unless you're that good.
No, as you can see, with my bow, I do like to stay rather far away from the action.
I'll kind of look over at her bow and eye it up and down. Go. So you're just here to shoot at a distance?
At the dangerous things. At the interesting things, I like to get up close and personal.
His eyebrows raised underneath his visor. Not that she could really tell. Like stabby up close and personal, or what are we talking here?
I think that's for you to find out.
I'll kind of look her over again. kind of look at the book she's holding. I'm like, you interested in reading? You like novels? You novelist?
Historical novels, I suppose, as long as they're based in facts and not tripe. Do you read?
I mean, not that stuff that deals in facts. I mean, I'm more about the boost yourself up, you can always become better and stronger.
Oh. Well, I suppose those do count as books.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of them have drawings, but that's beside the point.
Fair enough.
So you like learning then?
Oh, yes.
So like that's a good passion, big passion.
Well, everyone's learning. All the time. You
Well,
take in
then-
information.
I'm gonna step forward, like pull off my gauntlet, and hold out my hand and be like, "The name's Stan." We should at least learn each other's names then.
I tentatively take it. I'm Mayral, but I suppose you can call me May, as most people do.
All right, May. So what do you think we're gonna find down here?
Hopefully, a lot.
Well, I hate to say it, I can't help but feel like this is gonna be a great day. I don't know if we're gonna get much action down there.
I think that remains to be seen.
I have a knack for these sort of things.
You seem like a very knacky type person.
Yeah.
It's been a pleasure talking with you, Fan.
It's good talking to you too. Hey, maybe sometime you can show me some of your notes or something. Who knows, might spark an interest.
Absolutely. Anytime.
He'll give her like a joyful wave goodbye over his shoulder as he heads out the door.
As he turns away, she gives a... and goes back to her notes.
Lovely. Thanks, guys.
No problem.
Who's next?
I think Gustav feels loyalty for Than because he thinks of himself kind of as a guide, a mentor for him. Like, don't go the route I went.
Because I'm a young knight.
Yeah. And so he kind of watches, mostly quietly, for as much as Gustav is rarely quiet. He keeps a quiet eye on Than while being loud about everything else.
Love it. And May?
I chose Gustav. Knowing who he is and kind of his backstory, she feels that he has accomplished a lot in his time, and it's something to be applauded. But certainly there is a level of mistrust there also, because he did something to fall from that grace. And she's typically pretty leery of boisterous folks. But she also has affection for him, in that she's decided kind of to look after him and make sure that he's not going to get into trouble too much.
So
largely mistrust.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
So which one bond? Which one thing did you pick?
Oh, which one bond? Mistrust.
Mistrust. Okay.
Yeah.
But in a very mothering kind of way.
But yeah. In the same way that you watch a toddler pick up a piece of cutlery. And it's like, what are you going to do?
That's
know.
adorable, but don't
Put
stab
that down.
anybody.
All right. Perfect. So, oh, actually, I should. Is there any? So going back to present, you guys have just started your departure from the. No, we're gonna get to that in a moment. I'm gonna do what I was originally going to do. I'm gonna introduce you to a game master scene. So these are scenes that you, the player, are aware of, that your characters don't get to see, but they are things that are happening at the same time as your adventure. So, the scene changes. We are now inside an ancient building, perhaps a temple. It's a dark room illuminated by a dim purple glow. And supporting the roof is a massive bronze pillar decorated with ancient symbols. But the pillar is filled with cracks, and out of these cracks seeps rays of intense energy. You hear the sound of clacking, sound armored heels make against a stone floor. And then you see a hand approach the pillar. It's wrapped in a silver gauntlet. The scientists in Alonia were right. The compass was left buried here ever since the disaster. Now that we have it, dear brother, now I will bring you back for good. Two shadows stand against the purple light. One is massive, like a giant clad in armor. The other is shorter and thinner, wielding a long spear. It seems our heroes don't have much time left. The scene fades.
What a twist.
Bum, bum, bum. With a twist. So, fun little thing we get to learn now, a little bit about Fabula points. In Fabula Ultima, villains are super powerful NPCs. They're generally like the mirror to our player characters that are going to help you guys grow and become awesome badass heroes. So at character creation, you get 3 Fabula points, which if you look on your character sheet on the character tab at the very bottom, you'll see a little circle that says Fabula points. I've already given you the 3 for character creation. Afterwards, you will gain an additional point whenever you roll a fumble on a check. So even though fumbles are bad, you still get something positive out of it, because yay growth. Also, whenever a villain enters a scene, you get a Fabula point. I just introduced 2 villains, so you guys get 2 more Fabula points, bringing your total to 5. If you would like, you may spend your points. After you perform a check, if you don't fumble, you can invoke one of your traits, so your identity, your theme, or your origin, to reroll 1 or both dice, but you have to use the new roll. Or after performing a check, you can spend a Fabula point to invoke one of your bonds and add that strength, the +1, right now, to the result of the check, but you can only do that once per check. And I think I had a list of other things. Where is it? Invoke bond. I think there's some skill. I don't think you guys have any skills that use Fabula points, so we don't have to worry about that. You could use one to alter the story. I'm going off of like the pre-written adventure. Be kind to me, guys. But you could alter an existing element or add a new element into the game if you would like. So an example I read in, say, the, or in like the main the core book. Which again, by the way, this adventure you can get on DriveThruRPG. It should be free. Really fun if you want to check it out. Go ahead and do so. It also has some pre-gen characters. These are not the pre-gen characters. We made our own, and then I kind of cheated some of the questions from the pre-gen characters to fit these guys. But one of them was like, it was an unknown, like this is an ancient ruined temple, so you can't say that there's a building intact because that would change what has already been established. Or I could say it's an unreadable text in a language that you don't know. You can't spend a Fabula point to change that you don't know this, because I've said you don't know this. Or if you fail to check, you don't know it. But you could add an element into the story of like, okay, I don't know this, but I do have a scholarly friend in Denova who I know can read this language. So you've added an element to the story to help you accomplish your task. Things like that would work.
Okay.
So Fabula points, guys. That's how you get to use them. Also, for
Fabulous.
leveling up, it's super, super great to know. When you spend Fabula points, that also gives you experience at the end of a session. So you'll get a set amount of experience at the end, plus any Fabula points divided by however many players there are. So you could hoard them, but the more you spend them, the more you'll grow.
Faster
And
you.
if you
Yeah.
have 0 at the start of every session, you'll always get 1. So feel free to use them. And with that, we'll return to our heroes. As you guys are headed towards this purple pulsing energy at the bottom of the crater, there's no clear path. It's littered with rubble and collapsed buildings, shattered columns, all of which seem to have been blown towards the edge of whatever this eruption came from the center. The whole area whispers of the lives that were lost here, and it all seems bathed in an ominous purple light that comes from a large building several hundreds of meters below where you are. If you would like to roleplay anything as you're making your descent.
The soul's really screaming pain here.
Perhaps you're right.
Do you hear them?
No, but it feels itchy.
So souls feel itchy.
Only when they're in pain.
Ah. Good to know.
Did you? Is this not a common knowledge?
No, it's not something that I've studied.
Huh.
And even though he has a large katana at his side, he is just moving his girth through the underbrush and letting the branches and things break against him.
You know, I didn't want to say anything, but my spear's not really a really good path maker. If we had something that was kind of like sharp, like a machete or something, like it would get through here a lot easier.
You only needed to ask. I hand him my small dagger that I keep in my belt.
Really waiting for that.
Pan kind of eyes it over and hands it back to him quietly and goes, I think I have one around here somewhere.
Perhaps.
Kind of.
Maymay is gonna, under her breath, oh, for the love of... And she pulls out her own dagger and starts cutting away.
So, as you guys have decided to go into this environmental portion of traveling,
Fucking knives.
we are going to make a group check. So, when you're all working towards the same goal, instead of having you all roll individual checks for like individual successes, you make a group check. So, first, you decide which character will act as the leader. They are going to be the last person to perform the check, and the result determines the consequences of everything. So for this objective, it's trying to navigate to or get... It's trying to get to the bottom without injuring yourself or your party. So who is going to lead this?
I feel like Gustav would volunteer.
Sure, I can take point.
Amazing. And Gustav, how are you attempting to accomplish getting to the bottom of the crater safely?
He was just powering through it.
If that's what you would like to do, you may certainly do that.
Yeah, I'm going to... How steep is it? Is it fairly steep where we're at?
I will say in certain places, it's steeper because of where an explosion happened or a cliff, or like a building dropped and it's just sheer. There are areas where if you walk down along, like it's several like lengths down. So you might have to walk farther out or backtrack to find like a winding path or a less steep section. It depends.
I'm going
some
to
are steep, some are not.
I'm going to use a rope to
Mhm.
anchor myself against trees where it is too steep to easily make it. But otherwise, I'm going to try to basically use my body to create the path for those behind me, as I am much larger than them.
Okay. I'm
We're
going
the
to
same
say
size.
this is going to be a might and willpower test. Might because you're just using your full strength, and willpower because you're just determined. You are determined that your body can just do this, and it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
So, you hang on because you roll last.
Oh, okay.
So, May and Than, you're going to perform support checks. So it's going to use the same attributes as what I gave Gustav. So you're going to be using might and
no.
willpower. You guys are going to have a difficulty level of 10, where Gustav is going to have a difficulty level of 13. But for your successes, or I'm going to say 12, for your successes, you will give a +1 to his roll.
I apologize in advance.
Nothing to apologize for.
Ooh. Just kidding, I got an 11.
Nice.
Perfect. And because you have a bond to Gustav, you will give him another +1.
You're welcome.
Thanks, buddy.
Welcome.
Than,
7 and 7 for 14 total.
that is a critical
Nice.
success. Because you roll doubles on a 6 or higher.
Matching numbers. Yeah.
It doesn't matter if they're 2 different dice that roll it.
Nope. If it is the
Okay.
same number, as long as it is 6 or more, it is a critical success.
All right.
It doesn't say anything about that here, but because it's a critical, oh, you get an opportunity. That's what it is. Critical successes give opportunities. I know how this game works, guys. I'm learning. So you can choose. They have a list. I think you can also possibly make your own. We'll go from the list for now. So let me see. You could give advantage, so the next check performed by you or an ally receives a +4 bonus. You could create a bond towards someone or something, or add another point to an existing bond. Let me see. You could make a plot twist where something or someone or something of your choice suddenly appears on the scene. I feel like I need to tell you that, but please be kind. I'm gonna say those are the ones that are relevant right now. There are ones that are more like if there were other characters or enemies on the scene, there'd be other things, but...
You know what? I'm gonna form a little bit of a bond with Gus then.
Okay, awesome. What,
I'm gonna feel a little bit inferior to him. I'm gonna trust him a little bit more, but I also don't like him a little because he's a bit of a show-off. He really took
Amazing.
charge and was starting to get this job done, and I'm a little angry, envious.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so go ahead and make a bond with Gus on your sheet. So the bond bonus only goes to like the highest strength of whoever had it, so it's still just going to be a +1. So
Okay.
Gustav, I need you to make now to see if the group overall succeeds. Might and willpower, but you do get a +3, and you have to be a difficulty level of 12.
I did not.
What did you get?
A 9.
That's with the +3.
Yeah.
Ooh, buddy.
I got a
Would-
4 and a 2.
I will say, would you like to use a Fabula point to
Yeah, I'm
roll
thinking about
one or
it.
two of those dice?
I'm gonna reroll both of them.
Okay. So to re-roll a dice during a check, you have to invoke one of your traits. So what trait are you going to use to...
I'm gonna invoke his identity, the Ronin of Chaos. In that, like, he started to like trip, and because, like I said, I'm using a rope as an anchor, he was about to pull everyone just off the ledge with him, but because he's so used to the universe being the way it is, he flexes his foot and is trying to fall the opposite direction, which would be beneficial.
So using the chaos to his advantage.
Yeah.
I got you. Okay, so go ahead and re-roll your... You're gonna re-roll both?
Yeah.
Okay,
It's a 4 and a 2, so
let's go.
can only go up from here.
Oh,
I got a 12 plus 3, 15.
nice. That is much better. All right, so make sure that you lower your Fabula point by 1.
I did.
Beautiful. So, despite some difficulties, a slight shift in the rope that almost caused you all to fall, you reached the lower level of the ruins. Gustav is able to lead you down. You're still not at the exact source, you're a ways away. But you are down, you are uninjured. You've made it without exhausting yourselves through his leadership.
Through his leadership.
Yep.
Ah, well done, Gustav.
Did you see that snake back there? It was huge.
Yeah. But it wasn't that big.
Perhaps on the way back up, you can lead.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, of course. I mean, how hard could it be?
Wasn't that hard at all, I promise. You're more than capable.
The support just gets him like a little more like,
Love it.
Is Than 14?
no, but he definitely acts like it. No one understands me.
We're nearly at the source. Perhaps we should be ready.
He'll get a spear out to his side. And... You really think we're gonna get attacked right here?
Something shot a beam of energy from a dead city.
It's like I was telling Mei Mei earlier. I got a feeling for these things. I knew something bad was gonna happen on the airship, and sure enough, it happened.
You have good instincts.
What
They
are the voices telling you now? I'm sorry, the spirits.
Are you still itchy, boy?
A little. I think we should be good though for like at least another 100 yards.
I put my katana back away.
Okay.
Can't believe everyone's trusting this guy.
I will say, so you guys know, from where you are, you can see that the source of the light is from a domed-shaped building a few blocks away from where you currently are. We'll say 100 yards. Why not? However, strewn amidst the rubble down here, you notice the remains of several Alonian Magitech soldiers. Some lie motionless on the ground. Others hiss and shake in a shower of sparks as they wander the ruins. It looks like whatever magical energy damaged the airship also ended up irreparably frying the magical cores inside these constructs. And as you're looking about and seeing what's around, you also see a small, cloaked person in this bright yellow cloak, though there's like dirt around the bottom, brown boots, running towards you. Behind them, they're being chased by a one-eyed winged monster. And as she gets closer, she screams, I'm just a merchant. Please help!
As she gets closer, I start rapidly counting down from 100. Like, that's the danger I was counting to.
She is going to, unless you guys stop her, she's going to run past you and essentially put you between her and the monster. Because you guys look like you can...
I'm going to happily get between her and the monster, but as she passes...
I was going to say, we're going to bump shoulders because as soon as she passes us, we're going to both step over to the side, like, to cut off the monster's path to her.
Yeah, but as she passes, I go, do you sell blimp parts? We need a new blimp for our blimp.
Before she can respond, and it seems that her yelling and your movement has also drawn two of the less damaged Lonian troopers towards you guys as well. And we're gonna go into combat here. So give me a moment while I change the music so it's not blaring to our poor audience. It'll... Okay. I think that should be good without being super overpowering. If someone in chat could let me know, I'd appreciate you. And so you guys are all going to be part of this fight.
Yes.
I need that. Sorry, that was not a question. I was letting you know.
No, I'm not participating.
Too bad. So, initiative works in a battle. For initiative, it is also a group check. So who's going to be? I would say it's either Fan or Gustav because you both together kind of block the way. So who's going to lead the...
I'd say Than is leading.
No, I have very low initiative, buddy.
Okay, I'm leading.
You do. So it's going to be Dex and Insight is what you're going to roll. And then any initiative modifiers from your armor, which I believe you have -1. It should be in your character sheet on the left side next to initiative.
Mm-hmm.
And then you were at a -3, I believe.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys are going to roll your difficulty for this is going to be a 10. So, May.
Ooh. 7.
7. Okay. Fan.
11 with the -3.
Nice. Okay. So
Good
you
job.
give a +1. Gustav, Dex plus Insight with a +1. Your difficulty level is still a 10.
I got a 12.
Beautiful. Okay. So you guys will go first. This is how combat works. It goes, if you picture the way I picture it from reading it is like in a JRPG when you have like your team lined up and the enemy team is lined up across the map and battlefield. That's kind of how it works. So whoever wins, whichever side wins the initiative, that's the team that gets to go first, and then it'll alternate. So it'll go player, and then an enemy, and then a player, and then an enemy, until you guys run out of sides. At the top of every round, turn, whatever it is, you guys can change the order in which you act. You never have to act in the same order, but everybody needs to go at least once per round.
Cycle.
I like that. Can you guys see, by the way, can you see the Roll20 turn tracker on
Yes.
the map? Cool. So I'm gonna my baddies, and I'll say it's gonna go like that, and then that. For now, you guys can move. We'll move people as needed. So, top of the round, who's going first from your crew?
Who would like first attack?
Oh, I should say, there are things you guys get to do, and I knew I forgot to go for something. I'm so horrible. I'm sorry.
You're the best. Don't do that to yourself.
You're the
so
best around.
Okay, I've given you in our
I can't tell if that was a round or a cat sound.
in our Discord chat, you guys will see actions you can take during a combat. You are not limited to attack, so you can attack. If you need to switch something in your equipment that is not armor, like if you wanted to switch your katana for your dagger, you could. You can guard. As part of guarding, you could choose to cover. You could hinder. You can spend inventory points to make a potion, which I also... Nope, I don't have that. It is on your backpack.
Yeah.
That tells you what those are. Objective isn't going to matter right now. You cast a spell. You could study a creature. You could use a skill or something else. So...
I'll volunteer.
So you'll take first.
What would you like to do, Adu?
I would like to study this winged thing.
Oh, right. I'm trying to remember how that works. So I believe it's insight and insight.
Yes. I got a 7.
7, unfortunately, is not enough to... and you don't get any bonuses with that?
Nope.
You double check your skill?
Yep.
Okay, just making sure. Unfortunately, is not enough to know. What did you... And you can only study one... Like, you can only study one creature at a time. So, which one did you try to study? A trooper or the eye monster?
The eye monster.
Okay. That does not stop the rest of you from attempting to study it if you wanted to, but May, you can no longer study the hex eye. All right.
I'll go second if that's okay.
It would be, but it's now the enemy's turn because the player went to go. So my hex eye gets
okay.
to
I
go
thought it was like the full player's
first.
turn.
It's alternating.
Okay.
So, let's see. Here is... My hex eye is going to... Thane, it is going to attempt to cast a spell on you.
Is it trying to charm me? Because I'm not going to fall for it.
It is not. So it's going to spend some MP. Ooh. 13. Does that beat your magic defense?
Let me see if I find my magic defense on my character.
Should be in the stats tab, bottom left, I think, ish.
Yeah.
Sure enough, it does indeed beat it.
Okay. So you are going to suffer 18 points of damage. Of dark.
Alright.
Specifically dark damage.
Oh, it's my favorite type.
And you are now considered shaken.
Alright.
So if you want to mark shaken, I can't remember what. So our audience is aware if you suffer status effect, it lowers your dice, 1 or 2 of your
Willpower.
dice. Thank you. By 1 size. So his willpower has dropped, possibly. Lowest it can go is a D6. So if it was already a D6, it's not going to do anything. But
Yeah.
that's my Hexai's turn. So.
Alright.
May, Hexai, and then Than, you wanted to go second, you said?
If that was okay.
Yep.
Go for it.
Well, it just stared me down, cast a spell at me. I'm gonna return the favor. I'm gonna spin around in a little circle, gathering up some of that wind force,
Mm-hmm.
and throw it back at it with my spear.
Okay.
So cast another soaring strike.
Go ahead and it is, I will say the Hexai is flying. You would need a ranged weapon to hit it. However,
it
your
does
shoring
count as a range.
does count as a ranged thing. Yeah, absolutely.
And if I succeed in hitting it, I do a 5 extra damage and I force it to land.
Beauty.
Does a 12... Oh, double sixes actually. Oh my gosh.
That is a critical success.
These dice are doing good for me today.
Yeah. I will say when I went through this, just as a fun, non-important fact, whenever I rolled doubles, it was below 6. I rolled like double 3s, double 4s, so it didn't do anything.
Rough.
Yeah.
Okay, so as an opportunity, sorry, it was, we'll resolve this first. It was a 12. Does it say
Yeah,
if
it's a
it's trying to get through its magic defense or its defense? I guess it's just regular defense because you're still hitting with your melee weapon, correct?
I believe so.
Okay. It's
You free attack with a melee weapon you choose. It's just a melee weapon's basically carried forwards, so it's my melee
Okay.
weapon attack at a range.
okay. So it's regular defense. You got a 12.
Yes.
12 will hit. Go. So it's your highest roll. So whatever. So it's a 6 because you rolled doubles.
Yeah.
6 plus. It should say next to the spear. HR plus.
Equipment. HR plus 12.
Nice. So that's 18, right?
Plus, yeah.
Plus the 5.
Plus 5.
So 23 total, and it's forced to land.
Nice. Okay. That was a really good hit. It's not quite in crisis yet, but I will say it's close. It was. You could describe your attack against this Hexai. How does it look when Than?
It's mainly still, together. It's not like it's bleeding out or anything, but its wings are slightly more tattered. It's what made it fall.
Okay, beautiful. So because you got a critical, you get an opportunity, so you can give advantage, so +4 bonus to someone. You can afflict this creature with a status effect if you would like.
I'll give a bonus to Gustav, so he can do a follow-up.
Awesome. So Gustav, you get a +4.
I'm not planning on attacking him in next round, but
So it's
That-
whenever, oh, this is the next check performed by you or an ally. So the
Yeah.
next check, whatever the next check is, would get a +4.
Yeah, so it'd just be your next check.
Yeah, the next one.
Even if it is just studying it, well, since it's on the ground, you could study it a little easier.
Not specifically to Gustav, it's by you
Oh.
or an ally, whatever the next check would be.
Okay,
I
so it's
misread
just the
that.
next ally check.
Okay.
We're all learning today.
We are. So now it is one of my troopers' turns. Trooper number 1. They're gonna try to perform a strike against Gustav. So one of these. Damn, that's good. 13? Does that beat your defense?
yep.
So
I have a
you
defense of 11.
take oh shit. 19 bolt damage.
Okay.
Is there anything you would like to do after you've been attacked?
I don't have a thing, do I?
I'm pretty sure you specifically have a thing.
Did I keep that one?
You kept. I'm fairly certain you kept that one.
Oh, yeah. Cheap shot? Yeah.
No, not that one.
Oh, okay.
Lower.
Oh, counterattack. Did
Yeah!
I keep counterattack?
You kept
Apparently I
counterattack.
did.
Would you like to counterattack? Just ask.
I
just
would
gonna
love to counterattack.
offer
please.
this to you.
Yes, please.
Oh, right. So it's a free attack, if I recall correctly?
Yeah.
Okay.
Specifically, it says after an enemy attack hits or misses me melee, if the result of their accuracy check was an even number, I may perform a free attack against the enemy.
Oh, if it was an even number. Hang on. I forgot to add the actual +3. It got a +3 to its attack, and I completely forgot to add it. It's a 16. That would make it an even number. So yes.
Okay. This attack must be melee and must have the enemy as its only target. Treat your high roll as a 0 when calculating damage dealt by this attack. I don't know what that part means, but
I
The higher of
lost
the 2 dice.
your sound completely, but I read lips, and I believe you said calculate the high result as like 0. So you just do whatever that
Okay.
plus damage would be.
okay.
First
So
you have to
for
make the
this,
attack.
yeah, for this I roll a Dex plus Insight.
+1, I believe, with your katana
Yeah,
+1?
because
Okay.
it's I don't hit anyway. Pair of 4s +1, so 9.
It's not a critical, but you do hit.
Oh, I'm surprised that got through.
It does.
Then I do 10 damage, physical.
Okay. That is actually super easy for me to calculate. I love it. All right. That ends my
Oh,
trooper's turn, and
Doesn't
now
matter.
Gustav, it's your. What does matter?
I would have technically got a +4 on my attack roll anyway.
You
because
definitely
of
would have
the
hit.
crit. Yeah.
But yeah, it's your turn now.
I am going to, after striking it, I'm going to bring the sword back and then plant my feet and cast a spell,
Sure.
which you're going to have to walk me through. I am casting Acceleration.
Okay. I love that you say that you want me to walk you through it like I actually know.
Yeah.
Acceleration. So until the spell ends, you get to perform an additional action during each turn for a total of 2 additional actions. So you get 2 additional actions. I will...
Do I have to roll anything to activate that or just spend the MP?
It doesn't have a roll to it,
It
so
does
just spend the
not.
MP. 20 MP.
Okay. Alright.
But doesn't it... Don't you... Did I miss that? I'm just gonna quickly change the sheets that you're on. Oh, you do not get an extra movement with it. Okay, cool. So you cast... What does that look like when you cast your spell?
He just grounds himself against the ground and says a quick word to himself and seems to like stutter in reality.
Beautiful. Love it. Okay, and then my next trooper is gonna attack you, Gustav. I'm so sorry.
Good. I'd love to be attacked. Thank you.
So, not great. 6.
I have an 11.
All right, does not hit. I don't think there's a limit to your counter, is there? Can you? Does it say you can only do it once per, or is it just whenever someone hits or
I
misses
think
you?
it's whenever an enemy tries to hit me, but let me double check. After an enemy hits or misses you with a melee attack. There's no
Cool.
once per turn.
Would you like to counterattack?
So I will attempt. Yeah, I will
Go
go ahead
for
and
it.
counterattack him. I rolled a 12 plus 1, 13 to hit.
Absolutely hits. Go ahead and roll your damage. Or it's just what, 10?
Yep, just 10.
Just 10.
Which
Beauty.
sucks because my high dice was a 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
All right. So we were back at the top of the round, so you guys can move. Whoever would like to act can act in whatever order you would like.
I'll go again.
Okay, go ahead, man.
I would like to pull out my bow and shoot the Hexeye's dead.
No.
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 I would like to shoot the Hexeye, please.
Absolutely. Go ahead and make your attack.
Oh. Let me make sure I'm rolling the right dice. Yes. Okay. 17 to hit.
Yeah.
And what is HR?
So your highest roll, whatever the number of your highest roll is.
Oh, okay. 17 damage.
Damn, nicely done.
That worked out.
Yeah, that worked out nicely.
It's looking real weak. It's barely able to stand on its 2 little clawed feet.
Good.
What does your attack look like, May? What does your bow look like? Is it anything special? What you got?
Nothing too fancy. Pretty standard looking bow. My arrows do have a little bit of glitter on them for funsies.
Nice.
So as I shoot, it leaves a little poof of glitter behind it.
Hells yes. Alright, I am for this. So it's the Hexeye's turn. It didn't like that, May, so it's going to attempt to cast a spell on you. That'll be a 9. Does that beat your magic defense?
Whom's?
Yours. Your magic defense.
It does not.
Okay. So the spell hits you. The same dark energy that had attacked Than, but seems to fizzle off against your armor.
Not today.
Not today. It does fly back up into the air. Who's next then, Gustav?
Can I go next?
Yeah.
Okay. I am going to attack the first soldier that attacked me.
Okay.
And I probably missed. Pair of fours again with a +1, 9 to hit.
You hit.
Did I?
Yeah.
Nice. So 4 + 10, 14 damage.
14 damage. Okay.
And
Your accelerate, you get a second action.
yeah. I am going to activate Blade Storm to get 2 additional attacks against this target for the cost of 10 MP.
I'm going to just double check to make sure that works. Can you put it back to...
Oh, sorry, you're looking at my physical sheet. I
was,
apologize.
yeah, I was... Classes. There we go.
Thank you.
When you perform melee attack, you may spend 10 MP. Yes, okay, so you're performing another melee attack,
Yeah.
but you're going to spend 10 mind points
Yeah.
to attack who?
Again.
To attack
The
2
same
targets.
person. Oh, okay, then the other soldier that's next to him.
Okay. Go ahead. So, Blade Storm, for those of you who don't know, it allows him to spend some mind points, some NP, and it gains the multi-property, so his katana gets to hit 2 targets.
I got a 8 on the first attack.
No, so it's, you roll once, and that's what you hit for
Okay.
all your enemies. They have the same defense.
I got 8.
8 still hits.
Oh, okay.
They were still kind of damaged from that purplish blast, so they're still kind of sparking. They're less damaged than some other ones, but they're not. Their armor's not too
Sweet.
great.
I do 14 damage to both of them.
Alrighty. So that one's down in crisis. So the first trooper dude is in crisis, so it's below half its health. And the other one is not, but it looks like it's pretty close.
Hey, Jess.
Yo.
Chat wants to know if we can know a little bit about the troopers that we're fighting.
A little bit about the troopers, like the Magitech soldiers. They are wearing kind of golden clad armor. They don't have, they're magic infused creations with some electrical in them that are sparking. It's been scarred from this magical energy blast that happened earlier. But there's no person within these suits of armor, these constructs. They look to be like gold plated, with the symbol of Alonia on it, which we have not created. I don't know, it's a fleur-de-lis, why not? I should mark that down somewhere in my notes. I'm not going to.
Meh.
So, I hope that answers your question, Jack. Gustav, those are your 2 actions, right?
Yep, that ends my turn.
Okay. I'm gonna say constructs aren't that smart, so I'm gonna just roll to see who they hit. Ooh. May. It's gonna go after you.
Rude.
Ooh. That is 18 to hit.
Ooh, that hits.
So it
It's rough.
does 22 bolt damage with its halberd.
Jeez.
And because this one is Crisis, you also now suffer the slow status effect.
Yeah.
So as it swings at you with this electrical energy, you feel fried, your muscles kind of seize, you're sluggish. That's his turn. Fan, you're up.
Than's going to rush forward with his spear and stab it into the Hexai, hoping to finish it off.
The
So
Hexai,
knowing him, he'll...
because it was back on its turn, flew up.
Oh, okay.
So it's flying again.
Fiend. I'll go for the weaker looking guard then. Or
Trooper?
trooper.
Absolutely, go right ahead.
It's not nearly as good. I don't suppose a 4 would hit.
Unfortunately not, no.
Well, I'd done good on my other attacks.
It's gonna say it hits May and it manages to block your spear with its halberd.
I'll nod to it with respect. It was a fellow soldier. I can understand that these things would be strong. Unlike that Hexai.
May gives you just a what?
Alright. The second trooper and Gustav. By the way, I'm rolling randomly to see who it hits. Unfortunately, Gustav, it's going
You're
to be
good.
you. But
He has
I
a
don't
large target
think
in front.
a 9 hits you. Gets through your defense.
It does not.
Alright, so
I
try.
could still counter him though.
it misses. You can still counter him. Go right ahead.
Let me see. He has to have rolled an even number though, right?
Oh, that's right. Oh, I get a +3. I keep forgetting that. Does a 12 hit you?
It would.
Okay, so it's 19 points of bolt damage.
Okay.
You got that counter. It just took you a little bit of health.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do get the counter. Otherwise, it would have been an odd number. So hey,
So it all worked out in the
good
end.
looking out.
Thank you, posture check.
I miss horribly.
What'd you get?
3.
3 misses horribly. There was like
As
a
bad
feint,
as one can
and
be
then he's
without
like,
a
"Oh no,
botch."
he hits you," and you weren't ready for it because you're like, "Oh, he missed me. Wait, he hit me." All right, we are back at the top of the round. Who would like to go?
May'll go again.
Yeah. You still get your Hexai that's looking real bad. Flapping.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and shoot at him.
Go for it.
Let's see. Gotta change up my dice. Because I got smacked. Okay. That's a 10 to hit.
10 unfortunately does not hit.
Dang it.
You don't have any pluses with your bow?
That was with the plus. I rolled an 8 and a 1 plus 1.
Oh. Unfortunately not. Sorry, May.
Yeah. It's okay.
Feels bad, man. The Hexai, it's rough, but you missed it. It's gonna... Actually, you know what? I'm gonna roll on... Odds is gonna hit Gustav, on even's gonna hit May. Odds is Gustav. Gustav's gonna cast a spell. It's gonna try cast a spell to hit you.
It can try.
It's gonna try. I almost rolled the wrong dice.
It won't take much. So
10 magical defense?
I think that is my magical defense. Let me check. Nope, that hits.
That hits. Okay. Double 5s, so it does not crit. Because it's not a 6 or higher.
Right.
You take 15 dark damage.
And I am down.
Wait, hang on. You suffer the shaken ability. Are you actually down?
I'd be at -2 hit points.
Okay. Because I was going to tell you, I'm like, you guys haven't told me that you're in crisis yet. Some things happen when you're in crisis. I would have reminded you. You have inventory
I
points
forgot to tell you.
you could spend if you had
I was
wanted
going to this turn.
like, heal. As, you know what? As this is tutorial, this is what I'm going to do for you. Starting adventure. It's fine. We're not going to worry about it right now. I'm going to leave you at 1 hit point.
Okay.
And it's the party's turn. Sam, would you like to let Gustav go?
Can I drink a potion real quick?
No, I'm gonna take my turn before his.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead, drink your potion.
So,
I am going to drink a potion on the first of my 2 turns.
sure, your acceleration lasts until you, like, don't use that
Use
second
it.
point. So you don't have to take 2 this turn if you don't want to, just so you're aware.
Right.
So the way this works is you're going to spend, let me just take a look. We want hit points, so you're going to make yourself a remedy, which costs 3 inventory points. So you're going
Yes.
to lower your current IP by 3 and down that potion and gain 50 hit points.
Yup. Well, 39 hit points, but yeah.
She put you to 1.
Oh,
I have 40 hit
he
points.
doesn't have his max hit points is 40.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that took me a minute too.
So-
I was like, what?
JK.
A 50-point formula gave me 39, but
Ignore me.
Okay.
and then I'm going to attack the one that is in crisis.
Sure. Are you also spending? Well, not to like. Let you know. What'd you get?
I switched dice.
So it was a 9 and a 2, and then the 9 rolled over to a 1 lazily. And so I have a 3 instead of an 11.
Sadly, a 3 did not hit. Is my trooper's turn. It's gonna go after Than. So that is it's halberd. 16.
A 16 will hit.
Okay. So you're going to take 19 bolt damage.
Alright.
And that's its turn. Than, you're up.
Alright. 19 bolt.
I will also say there is the guard
that
action
puts
that
me
gives
in
you resistance
crisis.
to all attacks. FYI.
I believe that puts me in crisis, the 15.
50. So crisis is half your max.
Yeah.
It should tell you there should be a stat for it. So you go into crisis. I think, don't you have cool stuff that happens when you go in crisis, or did we not pick those ones?
I didn't pick those ones.
Okay.
Maybe next time.
Maybe next time. But you are in crisis. Just
Yeah.
as a note, maybe if you want to, I don't know, do some guarding, if you want to maybe get a health potion into you, not telling you how to play your character, your call.
Attack outright.
Yeah, I'm just gonna nothing but attack now.
Jess is so mad at us.
No, just as like, if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. That's cool. It'll tell me what happens if you guys fall to 0. I've got rules.
You know what? I'm gonna attack the guy who's still up. Not the Hexai, but the soldier.
The other weak soldier?
Trooper.
Sure.
Yeah.
Who's evaded the last 3 attacks? Yeah.
Yeah. He seems like he's doing a little too good. He's got confidence.
Knock him down a peg.
Oh my goodness. I mean, that's better. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 will hit. Go ahead. What's the damage?
It'd be 7 plus 12 for 19.
Almost. It is whatever this construct is barely standing. But it still stands.
Next time.
Okay. My other trooper is gonna try to hit May.
Rude.
May. Oh, that's not gonna hit with a 4?
Nope.
Nope.
Suck it, trooper.
That ends its turn. All right, top of the round, party. Who would like to go?
May would like to take a health potion, please.
Yeah, probably a good plan, because I'm about
Absolutely.
to do something real stupid.
So
She's in crisis.
3 inventory points, your current inventory. And heal yourself, I believe it's 50.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Where are inventory points?
Under
They're on your stats.
current MP, it should be right under that.
Yeah,
Oh,
right,
aha.
right above your defenses.
Word.
I believe that's
Oh, that's
May's
right.
turn, so I'm gonna just
Yes.
hop over. May the Hexai is gonna try to cast a spell on you.
Mm-hmm.
Which it has not
It's
been
gonna
able to
try.
do. Keeps missing. Yeah, I was gonna say he's missing. 10 magic defense?
Does not hit.
And again, yeah, you're able to dodge it. This poor little flap is trying so hard, man, so hard. So by the way, it's just like this giant eyeball with like little wings and little claw feet.
It's so cute.
Yeah, the eye
And also I hate it.
it's adorable. Okay, Gustav or Than?
I would like to go next.
Alright, go ahead.
I'm gonna cast my luck! And he
Oh no!
casts Gamble.
Beautiful. Okay, go
You
ahead.
Let him have this.
And roll. So spend your
Yeah.
So you're gonna spend 10, I guess, first. Or are you
I can spend 20.
Yeah? Would you like to spend 20 and roll 2?
Yeah. Yes, please.
Okay.
Yes, please, because I'm shaking right now, so
Go ahead and roll your willpower
it would be silly
die
not to.
twice.
Whew, not great.
Which number are you keeping?
You know, actually, it doesn't matter.
Oh, I'm sure it does. I'm sure it matters. Uh-huh.
Actually, it doesn't. They're the exact same spread.
Oh, are they?
Uh-huh.
Which
So,
did you?
he acts like he's rolling dice and throws his hand out like this, and out of the center of the arena bursts in energy, and now everyone is affected by slow, including myself.
Amazing.
This
love
can be really good, you guys.
So much. It can be. It can be.
I just have to get higher than 6. And I got a 6 and a 4, and those are both slow.
I would like to invoke my trust in you. After another player character who is able to hear you performs a check, you may spend 1 Fabula point and invoke one of their traits or bonds in order to let them re-roll dice or improve the result of the check, following normal rules. Then, if you have a bond towards that character, they recover status level times 10 mind points.
Skill level.
Ooh.
Skill level, excuse me.
Yeah.
Because status level could be a thing.
Touche.
Is that a check though?
Yes.
Was that not?
I don't think so. That was just a skill use. I'm not. You know what? If this was a regular game, I don't think it would count. It's a one shot, and on one shots in my world, fuck it, let's go. So I'm going to break the
Yay.
rules and say no. I'm going to let you spend your Fabula point, and I'm going to
Thank you.
So which trait of Gustav's, are you? So his trait is either his origin or his identity or his theme.
She's invoking our bond.
Yes.
No, because she said it has to be one of his traits, correct?
Oh, okay.
And then if there is a bond, you also gain. So you'll gain, by the way, 10 mind points back
Which is good.
because you get a bond. Yeah.
Let me check that again. There's traits or bonds.
This
Oh,
is
is this
trait
or?
or bond.
Yep.
Never mind.
Trait
Beautiful.
or bond.
So
It's like it says a thing. I
Do-
don't remember.
do I
she
reroll
glares
both
at
then,
you
or
with
just
that
one?
mistrust, and you kind of one of your dice
The
kind of
motherly mistrust.
re-rolls itself. Motherly mistrust. So
Thank God I got up to the next category. Okay, well, this isn't as good as it could be, but all three of us regain 50 hit points and recover from all status effects.
the recovering from all status effects is probably super helpful.
That's Mexi.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
instead, a healing wave goes out.
nice, but just towards you guys, not towards the enemies.
Yeah, it's
Last one would have been
three
the enemies
people of my
too.
choosing.
So just
Yeah.
nice. You don't want to heal the Hexai? You sure?
Ooh.
He looks so
I'm gonna
cute.
give all three to the Hexai.
No, unfortunately, you don't give one to them. But
He heals 150 hit points.
that is your turn. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, my Elonian Trooper 1 is going to attack. Ooh, who am I attacking? Fan.
With the
12?
A 12 will hit.
Your defense?
Your armor has to be better than that.
No, yours is an 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna take 18 bolt damage.
Right after I
Right.
heal
And
you.
unfortunately, because this is the one who's in crisis, you also suffer the slow effect.
All right.
I know, you just got rid of
I
it. I feel
tried.
so bad. So bad.
Fine.
But
At
then
least
it's
he's
your
not-
turn.
double slow.
Right? Super slow.
Super slow.
Then's gonna try to take out the one that is in crisis. The one that just slowed him. The
Okay,
son of a gun.
let's go. You got this. I fully believe in you.
Luckily, he only minused my dex. That was the weaker of my 2 die. Uh, 11.
Will hit. I'm not. I don't even need to know your damage because I know it's more than 3.
It is another 19.
More than enough. So because you got to deliver the killing blow, you get to decide what happens to this enemy.
So, like, how it is ended?
If you would like to end its life, you could.
So, right as Van was about to strike it, It ends up giving one last little spark and powering down before he hits it, but he still takes the glory of destroying it, even though he knows it technically died right before he hit it.
Amazing. Amazing. Okay. The other trooper is going to go. It's going to try to hit you, May.
Bring it on.
Not with the 6, it's not.
Nope.
Nope. Alright, top of the round. Players.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, go for it.
Nope,
No, yeah, go for it.
I will not.
Gustav.
I'm going to attack the other soldier. The remaining soldier.
Okay.
Not doing any such thing. 7.
7, I will say, normally you need to study it for this information, but 7 is exactly its defense. And so you need it, so you hit it.
Okay. 14 damage.
Okay. 14 damage. It is officially in crisis.
Good.
Oh, the little Hexai gets to go. He still has magic. May, it is like determined to hit you with this spell.
I'm determined to hit him. The feeling is much
They're
more
locked in
valuable.
combat.
This like deadly combat's the wrong dice. Okay. So it's gonna cast a spell. Ho ho ho! 13. Magic
Yep.
defense. So you take 18 points of dark damage, and you suffer the shaken effect.
Sure do. That's fun.
That's his turn.
Well, I'm gonna shoot it.
Go for it.
One
Feels
more turn.
reasonable.
You know, it seemed fair. Uh, 16 to hit.
Yeah, 16 will hit.
Fantastic. And that is 18 damage.
How? What would you like to do to this Hexai? Do you want to kill it? Do you want to leave it wounded so it can limp away? What?
It hits me with the spell, and I'm watching it do its little thing up there. Hits me with that spell, and I groan as it hits me, and I knock another arrow, pull it back, and I say, "You annoying little gnat," and I let the arrow loose, and as it takes out its wing, it gets a bunch of glitter in its eye.
The sound effect made it for me. In a glittery spiral.
Thank you.
The Hexai is defeated. It's the other troopers.
Yay!
turn. Yeah! Good job, May! A little flappy flappy. With glitter.
Thank you.
Love it.
Yes.
Gustav, the other trooper's going to attempt to hit you.
Sure.
I don't think a 9 will hit.
It does not.
Okay, it tried. Than.
Alright. Than's gonna go for the other trooper now.
Yeah.
He is still slow though. I need to remember that. That is a 12. Non-doubles this time though.
12 will hit. How much damage you do?
It would be 5 plus 12, 17.
17. Nice. It's looking real beat up, but it is still standing.
Alright.
So top of the round. Who wants to go first? I
know what?
keep forgetting
I'm
to
gonna
ask
go
you guys
first.
about counterattack. I'm so sorry. Stan's gonna go first? Alright.
He's gonna attempt a quick follow-up attack to finish this thing off.
Love it.
Attempt is definitely the key word there. 9.
Yeah, you had to be 7. How much damage do you do?
I do 12 plus 6, 18.
Absolutely. How do you take out this trooper?
So he just kind of stabs his spear past it, and then hooks him with it, and then like brings his face into the ground, and then pulls out his magical core. So it, like, powers him down.
Nice.
Kalima.
Kalima
And then I drop
Shakti.
the core to the ground real fast because it's still hot.
Beautiful. And with that, you are victorious. The merchant who had ran past you, the little girl in the yellow cloak, pulls back her hood and reveals a short bob of brown hair that's a mess. She has braids that kind of loop on either side, and you can see little brown bear ears on top of her head. Howdy. Thanks for the help. Name's Olivia. I'm a traveling merchant, and I really appreciate what y'all just did. That was impressive.
No problem. The blomp parts, though, do you happen to have them?
I mean, I have a
Hold on.
few things.
A traveling merchant, you say?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you doing down here?
Well, I was headed to Denova from Alona. Alonia? Can't remember what the place is called. And I was walking through the forest, and I thought I'd stop at the crater to see if there was anything I could find. I did manage to find a thunderstone, which will be great. It will sell wonderfully, but then I got chased by that thing and promptly skedaddled.
There's often dangers in the life of a mercantile.
Well, when you go scrounging for things, I mean, I wasn't expecting much to be in these ruins, but apparently I was wrong.
Yes, that was quite foolish of you. Are you going to safety? What is your plan now?
Well, I'm gonna start making my way to Denova. But you said you needed, I'm sorry, blomp parts?
Yes, as someone that fired a giant purple laser at us. And now our blomp is broken, as it were.
We're looking for fabric, glue, sewing materials.
The rest of the blimp is broken as well, but the blomp is the important part.
Yes.
Where, if you don't mind me asking, where's your blimp?
Are you planning on trying to steal parts from it?
No, I could bring whatever I have as long as you're paying. I can bring my material to the blimp, and that way it sounds like you're trying to repair it. If you need parts.
It would seem
Yes.
that way, yes.
So I can bring it there, because I'm assuming you're not in the ruins hoping you stumble upon a merchant with blomp parts.
Part of the reason we came down here.
I look over at him like, really? I thought we were here to investigate things.
I'm sure Leon will be able to handle the small merchant child. Yes. How much do you think this might cost?
Well,
Keep in mind the saving your life discount.
of course, yeah,
Yes.
no, absolutely. Whereabouts are you from, if I can ask?
I'm from Armorica.
I'd have to say the same here.
All right, sorry. better
Used to be
question, because
Morka.
I don't think you came from Morka, because it's not anymore. Where are you?
Not anymore again.
I look at him with very much disdain.
I do the
I'm not
same.
amused by the joke.
She smirks and covers her mouth so fast, like, oh, that was cringe. Should have said it, but I'm kind of amused.
Too soon, man. Too soon.
I mean no disrespect. Soon to be a Morica, but not currently. We came from Denova.
Yes.
I assume you're headed back there once your blomp's prepared?
That is where I'm currently refuged.
You're asking quite a lot of questions.
Well, I was thinking
Are
if
you
it's
a
okay,
spy?
I'll just, instead of charging you for the materials, if you don't mind giving me a lift back,
Oh, of course.
we can exchange it. We'll just...
That sounds.
But if you're headed to
Fantastic.
Alonia, then I couldn't make you that offer because I'm not going back there. You see?
Right. Neither are we.
Yeah, no.
Then yeah,
Yes.
any parts I have that can help repair, I'll go talk to. You said there was a Leon?
Leon, yes. He is our captain. He's a.
He
Come on,
captains
Leon.
our ship.
Alright, I will go talk
Captain,
to Captain
pilot.
Leon and any material I have that can be repaired, I will give to him in exchange for safe passage back. In the meantime, do you guys need any potions or anything? And mechanically, when you find an NPC merchant out in the wild, how this works is for a price usually about 10 zenith, she's going to give you a discount because you saved her life and we charge you 5 zenith per inventory point.
I would like to buy 3.
So if you would like
6
to also
inventory
use
points.
up any inventory points that you have to restore your mind or whatever, and then buy, because you can't hoard inventory items, they're consumed as soon as you spend it. So
I'm gonna spend mine to heal, and then buy 6.
Yep, me too.
okay,
Piece.
so it'll be 30 zenith, I believe. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
So you can't have more than 6 inventory points?
Certain classes
Whatever your
can.
max is.
Certain classes
Okay.
gain a benefit, like a bonus of 2 additional inventory slots. Wayfarer and Rogue, for instance. Otherwise, no. You were stuck at 6.
Alright.
And Little Bear,
Olivia.
before you go, Olivia, excuse me. I just wanted to let you know that our captain may seem old and slow, but he has how should we say it, a particular set of skills that he's acquired from his adventures, and causing him anger would be unwise.
He was
I
trained by Liam
see-
Neeson.
That-
He is Christian Bale.
I can see you are a deeply mistrusting individual, ma'am. Most people actually like me. I'm real hospitable. I became merchant to help people and get needs that they want. So I won't make him mad. I'm gonna go help repair the ship. I don't see why that would make him mad. And that's all. You're kind of scaring me. I'm gonna head to the ship.
I
Which
give
is-
directions from like the way we came.
Thank you. You look scary, but you're real nice. She looks like she'd be approachable. She looks real, but she's real scary.
I
That's the
pull up my
nicest thing.
visor
Anybody's ever said about me.
and I go, "We get it all the time. Don't worry." Even though this is our first adventure together.
Is it? I feel like we've known each other for some time.
All right.
Some period of time at
You
least.
figure that out. I'm gonna go. Bye.
Good luck. Don't run into any more hostiles.
I'll try not
Safe
to.
travels.
And she throws up her hood and makes her way towards the ship.
Friendly, but not very trustworthy.
I say we start having a keyword in which the people need to state when they get back to our ship. Because I feel like this might happen occasionally. You know, taking in refugees and such.
Perhaps.
What's a
What keyword do you think?
Yellow fruit.
Like a banana?
No, just yellow fruit.
Star fruit?
Oh, lemons.
Lemons?
Well, if you say an actual fruit, then you're not saying the keyword. The keyword is yellow fruit.
Yellow fruit is
Pineapple.
2 words and not 1. But pineapple, that's yellow as well, and fruit.
Can we call it a key phrase then?
Deal.
Technically, spaghetti squash is also a berry.
I thought it was a gourd.
I don't think so.
Are we changing our keyword to spaghetti squash?
I'm just saying it classifies as a fruit.
We'll discuss this with Leon later. I mean, he needs to be in the know.
Yes, perhaps we should tell him the keyword.
That would make the most sense, yes.
And we travel onwards as we talk about keywords.
Okay.
Yep.
And you travel the 100 yards or so to the dome building, and that is where our final battle is going to take place. So here is where we are going to take our intermission. First part took a little longer than I was planning, so I apologize for that. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for sticking with us as we learn how to play Fabula Ultima. It's been real fun so far. And
So much fun.
yeah, yay. All right, and we will see you guys in about 10 minutes. Bye. Hello everyone, welcome back. We are Saves for Death, and tonight we are playing Fabula Ultima. We're trying to learn how to play Fabula Ultima. I am Jess, these are my wonderful players. And we're gonna get right back into it so we don't take up too much time, because we're about to get into a boss battle.
Dun, dun.
So, our heroes
Our minions
have,
battle went so poorly.
our players have descended to the bottom of the crater and are making their way to this dome-shaped building. So, as you reach it, you can see that it is made from both stone and brass, and is streaked by vertical gaps that are glowing with purple light. It resembles an engine more than it does a building. And upon entering, you see the inside consists of a single circular room. The roof supported by a massive central pillar covered in arcane symbols. Judging by the scraps scattered on the ground, the pillar was originally encased in brass. The lower section has been smashed by some powerful impact. Standing near the pillar is a tall woman. Her gray hair is tied into a single braid, and her left hand grips a long ivory white spear. Her right hand holds an item that resembles a large pocket watch. And lumbering slowly towards you, as though to protect her, is a massive warrior in onyx black Magitech armor. And as the woman turns and she looks at you, you can see a sad expression on her face. And Than, you recognize this woman immediately. This is your mentor, Desdemona. She speaks. I would have preferred to take the compass of the beyond and avoid unnecessary violence. A deep sigh leaves her. My name is Desdemona Persis, and I wish we could have met under different circumstances. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to live after you see me and my brother here. And she looks at your faces and stops on you, Than. Confusion. Sadness is replaced with confusion. Than, why are you here? Please, don't make me choose between you and my family. Not when I can finally be reunited with Tristan. Leave, Than. Forget you ever saw me here, and I will not take your life.
The souls are better left to the ether, and I prepare my spear.
She shakes her head, and her and Tristan prepare to fight. So I am going to add people to my tracker. So, who's going to lead the initiative, the group initiative check?
I'll lead this time.
Okay.
I agree.
So I believe it's Dex and Insight. And hold on a second, May, because Than and Gustav will roll to see if you get any sort of bonuses.
I got a 10.
10 is exactly what you needed. So that's +1. One of them has a bond with you, so that's another +1. That's who it is.
That is only an 8.
Okay, so unfortunately not, but you do get a +2.
I will take it. Ooh. That is an 8.
They will get to go first. All right. So, just so you are aware, Desdemona is considered an elite enemy. So even though, so as an elite enemy, she will get 2 attacks per round, despite the original like back and forth of 1. And let's see, she is gonna go top of the round. She is gonna go first. She is going to cast. Let's get back to her. Oh, I need battle music. I need my battle music back. Not this chill, happy, whatever this is music. I need that tense.
You don't want us to be chill and happy?
Nope. Tense, scary music is what I need. So she's going to spend magic, quite a bit of it, to target all 3 of you. And where's my thing? That is 10 magic defense. Does that beat anyone's magic defense?
Let me double check. Yes.
It beats mine.
Okay, so Gustav and Than, you will take 22 points of air damage.
And I am in crisis.
And that is her first turn. As she wields her spear, spins it to get a gust of air, and tries to hit all of you. May you're able to avoid it. You two get hit. Who would like to go first? Don't all get excited and jump at once. You're so freaking polite.
I'll go first again. Why not?
Alright, what are you doing, May?
I am going to
Also, just as a reminder, one of those extra
close
actions
everything.
you guys can do is to assist another party member. I believe.
You okay?
Yeah. I just closed Roll20. Give me a second.
That's super handy.
Whoops.
Oops, doodles.
This is why we don't put me in charge of things.
Oh, that's not on the list. You guys can try to help another team member with their action. Just so you're aware. If you have not gone on your turn, it's an auto success. You just add +1 to whatever check they are making.
Okay.
So I'm going to take a shot at her with my bow.
Yeah.
Can I do... You can't do a thing and also attack at the same time, correct?
What thing are you doing?
I was hoping to study as well as take a shot at her.
No, because study is a full action. I believe unless you have some
Full action.
special thing that says you get to do it as a bonus or a...
Oh. Hold on.
If you go to classes.
Yes.
13.
13 or higher on a check. Oh no. Okay, just kidding. Nope. I'm just gonna shoot her. Stupid dice. That is a 10 to hit.
10. 10 will hit.
Wow. Okay.
So,
Then she takes 8 damage.
8 damage?
18.
18. Okay, I was gonna say, that does not sound right. Alright. Okay, so that is May's turn. Desdemona is gonna go again. She is going to... Again, let's see. Actually, May, since you just hit her, she's going to attack you.
That's fair.
With her spear. $11
Hits.
hits. So you will take 17 physical damage.
Okay.
That is her turn. Athan or Gustav?
I am going to drink a potion.
Okay. And I believe that is your action, correct?
Yep.
Okay. Let's see. I'm so sorry, Gustav. He's gonna try to hit you with his fist. A giant Magitech fist is gonna come at your face. 11?
That is exactly what he needed to get. And
s-
it's not even, so don't get a counter.
It's true. You will take 17 points of damage.
Okay.
Than, you're up.
All right. Than is going to... It's interesting. He's gonna use a attack he saw his friend use. Blade Storm. So he'll spend 10 to attack both of them.
Hells yeah. So
10 magic.
lower your MP, your mind points, and go ahead and make your attack.
Alright. Dice fell. Alright, not great. Does a 9 hit?
A 9 will not get through Tristan's armor. However, it will hit Desdemona.
Oh. Alright.
So how much damage do you do?
Let's make sure that it is the same damage as my weapon attack real quick.
I believe so. Because that just adds the multi-property to it.
Yeah, it does.
So it's your high roll plus.
Alright. Then that would be 17.
Very nice. Alright. Got some good hits on her. Top of the round, however, she gets to go. And she's going to spend... Ooh, how much is she going to spend? I'm going to say she's going to spend 10 mind points and only attack one of you. It'll be May. And do we get a thing? 10? 10 magic defense?
Does not hit.
Alright. The air manages to go past you as opposed to hitting you. And that is her turn. Party! Who wants to go?
I guess I will go. I am going to attack her.
Okay.
And I lost a miniature D8 somewhere under the table. I miss horribly. I rolled a 3.
And? Like total?
Yeah, 1 and a 2. It's like the 5th time I've done it today.
Would you like to spend a Fabula point to re-roll your dice?
Yeah, I'm going to invoke my guilt over having failed, and I am going to re-up my attack.
Let's go.
Oh, I just realized I was rolling one of the wrong dice, but it doesn't matter. I was rolling a D8 where it should be a D10.
That does matter. That matters huge.
That matters a lot.
For a while now, I think.
I was gonna say, you can take the
I had a
higher. I will
6
give
on
you
the
the higher
D8.
because you rolled whatever the higher of those two was. Take
Yeah.
that.
Give him the higher one.
Then 11 to hit her.
11 will hit. So what? How much damage does she take?
16 physical.
Okay.
I'm
And
never
don't
gonna
forget
find
to
that
mark
tiny deep.
off that the Fabula point.
Yep.
All right, it is her turn. May, she's gonna try to attack you again.
Understandable.
Although it looks like she's, not that it's with magic, but she seems to be using the wind to her advantage. damn it. 11?
Does not hit.
Okay. Your magic defense.
Nope.
Okay. Oh no, that's a lie. It would have been your regular defense. I'm sorry.
Oh, then it does hit.
Then it does hit. So it's 11. My highest roll was 5. You take 10 air damage.
Okay.
You lose 5 mind points. She gains 5 mind points. You feel your magic
I am
pulled from you to her.
impressed. Word.
Alright. Party's turn.
I'm gonna shoot her again,
Go for it.
but also I'm going to invoke Barrage
Yeah.
of my sharpshooter ability.
Hells yes.
So when I perform a ranged attack, I can spend 10 mind points to choose one option. The attack gains 2, or I increase the attack's multi-property by 1.
Right. So this would allow you, whatever you roll is going to hit both Desdemona and Tristan.
Fantastic. That is 12.
12 will hit them both. So what's the damage?
Fantastic. And 18.
Okay. This is the first damage that has actually gone through to Tristan.
Suck it.
Yeah. However, because boss fight, Desdemona, you guys have done enough damage to Desdemona. She is looking rough. She is looking beat. She herself looks like she is in crisis. She has hit that state. And as such, she jumps onto Tristan's back of the Magitech armor back, and enters the armor. As she leaps and enters, she lets go of her spear. Tristan's armor catches it. And now the two are going to fight as one. You guys are unable to target Desdemona as long as she is in the armor. Until you get through Tristan's armor.
Kind of Lannister shenanigans.
So, boss shenanigans. Okay. So, he is going to... It's Tristan's turn. He is going to do... He's going to take the spear and kind of jam it into the ground and let it rumble forward towards Than and Gustav. And we'll see how this goes. Horribly, because I'm fairly certain a 4 does not hit either of your defense.
Nope.
Nope.
So...
Is that a
It's
melee attack?
technically, it is a melee attack. It's called Ground Shaker and does earth damage, so I wanted to give it a little flavor. But it is a melee attack.
I will counter.
Wait, I did. What was my to hit? 4? 4 is an even number. You may both counter should you so choose.
Haha.
Kind of look over at him, and then I copy one of his moves again, and I counterattack.
11 to strike.
Your Padawan is growing. Unfortunately, 11 does not hit.
Yeah.
Magic armor is kind of beefy.
Mm-hmm.
That would not make my 9 hit then.
Unfortunately, no. However, Than, it is your turn.
You know what? Than's gonna gamble on it having an elemental weakness and cast an element on his weapon. but he's gonna leave it to fate. I'm gonna roll my element at random.
Okay.
So, what different elements do I have to choose from here?
So, I have a chart for rolling random element. I don't know if it's all of the elements, but
Seems
air,
like
bolt, dark, earth, fire, and poison.
I don't have the choice in dark in mine in this apparently one, so I'm gonna
will
roll
say-
a d6, and
I
on
will
a 6
say
I
in
re-roll.
Poison, probably not against armor.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, not with that attitude.
Bolt. Let's see if electricity helps it or hinders it.
I believe you get a free attack with that spell.
Yes,
Correct?
I do.
Go
You're
ahead and make your
correct.
attack. Roll high.
12. Not much higher than Games' last turn.
Again, because one shot, who cares? 12 is exactly what you needed to hit. So how much damage do you do?
Right. So, another 8 plus 12, 20.
20 bolt damage.
Explain to me how what this attack looks like. How you charge your spear with electricity, and then the attack.
I thrust my spear kind of into the air, and a thunderbolt comes down and hits it and starts crackling with energy all over. And then I thrust it forward, and it kind of disperses from my spear into it.
As it disperses from your spear into this armor, chunks go flying off of it. It is vulnerable to bolt damage. So vulnerability, because we've never come across this before, means your damage is doubled. So your 20 just did 40 points.
Hell yeah.
It is way below Crisis. Most of its armor is scorched or flung off. He is looking real rough.
Can this moment create a bond between Mei and Van?
I will say not now. I think you can create bonds
Fair.
during rests. So when you guys are resting after this battle, if you want to reflect on that, yes.
Uh-huh.
Unless you roll a critical, in
'Cause
which
Mei's
case
like-
you can take the opportunity and form that bond.
Damn.
Yeah, no, that was impressive. So it's top of the round. Does Damone gets to go first? Yeah, she did not like that. So she is going to she's gonna try to attack you, Fan.
Alright.
I just critically fumbled.
Oh, I didn't know if that was a good giggle
Yeah.
or a bad
I rolled
giggle.
two
Couldn't tell
ones.
if
It was,
good or
you know
bad.
why? Because it was good for you guys and bad for me.
Right.
Mhm.
So there was a mix, because I'm like, oh, this is great for you guys. I don't know what to do about that for me. Let's see. I do want a critical. What happens on a fumble? Whoever controls your opposition gets an opportunity. So you guys would get an opportunity. So you can give Mei the bond if you would like. However, because it is a boss battle, the next check will
Not
get a
important.
+4 bonus to try to get through Tristan's 12 defense. You can make them dazed, shaken, slow, or weak if you would like. Oh, that's gonna help.
Let's make them weak.
You can gain a piece of information. And you
Plus
can
4 would be nice.
lose an
Yeah, the plus 4
item.
would be nice.
You can discover a vulnerability if you want. or unmask them for a motivation, but I feel like you know what it is. So, what would you
Ooh,
like to do?
let's do the motivation thing. I think the +4 is our best bet.
+4?
Yeah,
But why
I'd
is
say
she
for
doing
forward.
Why is she trying to resurrect her brother?
it?
Does she
The look I
like her
just gave
brother?
you in real life is the look that May gave you in game.
Okay, so you guys are gonna take the +4?
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna mark that down. So yeah, it's your turn. Who would like to go?
I think Than probably is our best bet.
Then can go.
I'm gonna scooch in front of that
Okay.
because I'm going to use Encourage on Than.
Ooh, go May.
I'm going to, during a conflict,
Mhm.
I may use an action and spend 5 Moin points to choose another creature that can hear and understand me. This creature recovers skill level times 5 hit points and chooses Dex, Insight, Might, or Willpower. They treat the chosen attribute as being 1 die size higher, up to a maximum of d12 until the start of your next turn.
And since you don't have to roll a check on this, the +4 continues on.
Yes,
Correct. So I believe your skill level is 1 in this,
it is.
and you're giving this to Than, right?
Yes.
So Than, you get 5 hit points back.
All right.
And I say to him, "Don't let her get in your head. You can do this."
And one of your dice sizes can increase by 1
All right.
until the start of May's next turn.
All right.
All right. Which is amazing. I love it. However, Desdemona does get to go again now.
Mm-hmm.
And she is going to try and attack. Ooh. You know what, Than? I think she's gonna go after you.
All right.
Because that just makes the most sense to me, because you can deal the most damage to them, and you were her friend, and you trained under her, and I think she's hurt and...
Betrayed.
Why is she
Not as hurt as she will be.
Yeah.
So that is a 12?
That will get through.
No, I lied. That's higher than that.
Then it won't.
So it's a 15. No, sorry, I had to do the checks for your counterattacks. So it's a 15, which is odd, so you won't get the counter.
Okay.
But it will deal 13 air damage.
All right.
You lose 5 mind points. She gains 5 mind points.
All right.
Okay. Party's turn. So I
2
believe
health from crisis.
it is Than's go. Yes.
Yeah. So, Than will go. Being encouraged now, he's feeling a lot faster, a lot more agile, so it goes into almost like a tiger position and goes charging forward and thrusts his spear again, but this time, if he hits, lightning's gonna strike the spear as he hits.
Okay.
And you get a +4 to this.
You do get a +4 to this.
With the +4 and the higher die rise, that's a 19
Oh, absolutely.
I feel
and
bad.
22 damage.
Okay. What do you do to Tristan as you defeat him? Or this suit of armor that encases Tristan's essence?
So, as it the energy ripples through it and it starts falling apart, no one can see it, but a tear's kind of streaming down Than's face underneath his visor. And it just kind of just dissipates into a dust. And he kind of puts his hand into it and goes, "Rest easy, friend."
Okay.
And then looks over at Desmond.
As you destroy this armor and you say, "Rest easy, friend," Desdemona jumps out of the armor.
Yeah, Desmond.
And, sorry, you look at her. You gonna say anything?
I go, "Now's your chance. Run."
As she's standing there, the other item, she takes her spear, the Magitek armor collapses to the ground. The essence that was in the armor coalesces above it into a little ball and then moves and heads into the compass that Desdemona is holding. And I'm going to use an Ultima point, and my villain is going to get away safely. So you cannot harm Tristan at this point.
Alright.
I'm going to use an Ultima point that she gets away safely, and then the cave collapses, killing her after that.
You get Fabula points. I get Ultima points. But nice try. I will say he gave this ultimatum. You guys could choose to allow her to leave. Are you, or are you going to continue fighting? Because Gustav, it is your turn.
No, we're letting her leave.
You're going to let her leave?
I am going to make one more action, so I'm going to use my turn.
Absolutely.
Looks like you're going to die alone. And I'm going to shake her. I'm using a hinder action to shake her as she's leaving.
Ooh. I like it. Do you have to make a check for that? Yes, you do.
I don't know, but
A
she's
check,
leaving
it's
anyway.
a difficulty level 10.
Yeah.
But you're saying something that's harsh and cruel. I'm going to say this is going to be insight because you understand and you've observed that she's trying to keep her brother alive, plus willpower.
Okay.
So it's going to be an insight and willpower roll. Difficulty level 10.
I rolled a 14.
She is shaken? Is that what you did?
Yeah.
Yeah, she is shaken. She will look at you, however. No. I won't. This isn't the end. And she will dart away. Because you guys are letting her escape. So she exits stage left.
Pursued by a bear.
I could use a drink.
Amen to
Thank
that.
you for sparing my mint for it. I know it's more than she deserves right now, but it's at least what I owe her for what she's done for me.
It's not our fight.
We're
It's
here to
yours.
help.
Hey, how about I buy you that drink?
Thank you. Plus, you have to lead on the way back up to the airship.
Hopefully that small bear.
Van
does
will
not look
shoulders
long.
will drop because he completely forgot that he has to lead on the way back.
Give the boy some slack. He's earned a break. I'll lead. Come on.
I'm gonna pop a health potion on the way back up.
Same.
I will say, as you guys are leaving, that purple light is still here.
Oh.
We are just here to investigate. We know what was happening now.
So,
shit. No, I need to
No.
look at that.
As you
Yeah, if the purple light's still there.
They did my job.
as Desdemona exits and you guys talk, you start making your way through, and you notice this purplish glow, and you're like, "Ah, shit, no." All right, Gustav's like, "But guys, I did whatever," and
I
that
investigate.
is where we are going to end this one shot. Will they see Desdemona again? Will they figure out how to stop the purple glow and get their airship back into the air? Did Olivia make it to Leon safely? Thankfully, neither of them know that there's a password required, so we're good on that front. If you got there. Thank you all so much for being here with us. We appreciate you greatly. I hope you had a lot of fun. I absolutely did.
This was so much fun.
Yes, thank you, Jess, for
Yeah, I had
running
a
this.
blast.
I am so glad.
The blomp is part of the blimp.
Probably
Yes.
the most
Can we
important
add-
part.
Can we just add another stream into the week and just play this?
For Fabula Ultima?
If there were more days.
I mean, maybe. Yeah? We'll see.
Join us Tuesdays at noon for whatever this was.
My job is going to hate that.
For whatever this was is accurate. But yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll see more Fabula Ultima because I really enjoyed it.
Fabula.
So we'll see.
That was the phrase I was looking for.
More blomps. Many more blomps.
All the
Indeed.
blumps.
The blomp's right again.
Otherwise, thank you for being here with us. Tune in to your socials. Be sure to follow us on Discord for the next stream. Should be Saturday. Life pending. And don't forget, if you really enjoyed this, you can check out this exact Press Start adventure. Get it for yourself. A drive-through RPG. It should be free, I believe. So, great system. Lots of fun. More blomps.
So much
More
fun.
Fabula points. More Ultima points. We'll see you next time, guys.
All Fabula, all blomps.
All the time.
All the time, yes.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye. Love you.